Hi, today we're gonna review the movie called The Klee Genesis. So this is a Thai movie from a Thai director called Madiel Shukiat. This is a movie about a woman who returns to her old town from her childhood to meet with her mom, and then her mom wants to see her dad again, and then she has to connect with her past and more. After I saw this movie, I really think that it's a good movie. I really say it's a good movie, but if you watch it from the foreigner's perspective, you might think different. But you might like the accents of the characters when they speak Thai because this movie has mainly three languages: Thai, Isan, there's English. So I really think that the movie balances the language really well, but I really think some parts it looks like television, some parts it looks like a high budget movie. Sometimes it looks like a really good sci-fi movie, but when you blend three things together, it might not go the way you planned. I really think that the three acts holds the movie really well. There might be some boring parts. There might be some parts you could have cut out. This movie is 2 hours and 27 minutes. It's worth it to go in, but some parts I think it should have been trimmed down. Like some subplots, like mainly two subplots, should have been cut out. So this movie has like advertisement that is there, but we're not sponsored in this video. The production design is top notch. The cinematography, the music, the editing, everything is good. But what holds it down is the pacing. Some parts is boring. Some parts is you're interested into the story. And some parts you just feel like the tone is off. Let's just say when you go time travel, some characters put their phones up and then take photos and stuff. This is not a spoiler. It happens in the movie, but it just feels like the tone is off in some parts. So let's start with the cons. The cons for this movie is there's some parts that really good in the concept. It's really good on paper, but it does not work on screen. They need script doctors. You can't write this movie alone. You need some script doctors to fix like what is needed and then what does not need it in the story. Some ideas does not work in the movie for me. The other negatives for this movie is some parts it should have been trimmed down, like what I said. Some parts it's too long. Some parts they just throw everything at you in the final act and then expect you to understand what's going on. And then the accent for the characters, too much English accent blend into the Thai language. And then I really think that this movie could have worked better if they just speak like all Isan. It could have worked that way mixed with English. It could have worked. But some parts they just feel like you need to put in the main Thai language too much. And then when they put in the Thai language, I really think that some parts it kind of like pulls down the acting of all the actors in the movie. And then I really think that this movie could have had like an opening credit. It could have been better with that to introduce the concepts to make people care. It could have cut to that and then just cut the post credit scene out. And then let's cut back to the pros. The action, the concept is there. The ideas of jumping through time. The movie explains that really well. I really think that you did the right job in putting the timelines all together and then not too convoluted. Some scenes in the movie felt like they pulled out of everything everywhere all at once. He pulled out the Thai culture really well. And then I really think that this movie pulled out what makes the Isan or the northeastern territory in Thailand unique. It pulls that out really well. And then it explains the ideas of what it's trying to tell really well. I have to say kudos to the director as well, but I'm kind of feel sad because it could have been better if the pacing is better. Okay, so if I put this movie in the equation, it would be the Genesis is equal to dark plus frequency plus interstellar and plus the long walk. So overall, I think this movie is a good movie, but it could have trimmed down like 20 minutes off. Some parts you care about the characters, some parts you just felt like it's television. Some parts you could have built the characters more. And then I really think that everyone in this movie, some are needed in the story, some you don't need them in the story. But overall, I really enjoyed the ideas of this movie. I understand this movie is trying to tell a huge concept, but some parts it does well in explaining it. But some parts it's just too over stuff that we cannot breathe. Like for example, like Tenet for Nolan, you don't understand anything, and then in the final act, they just throw everything at you, and then you just feel like oh, it's too. I can't breathe. It's too much. This movie is like that, but it could have trimmed down like 20 minutes, like Multiverse of Madness. So technically, Genesis is in Thai cinemas right now, and I don't know when it's gonna come out overseas, but now it has sold to 70 countries around the world. So this review is for every country around the world because I speak English in this review, and then it's an international review. So don't forget to like and subscribe Doggywatch channel.